Kabisa. So, as we have heard from my neighbors here, so manure is very important, watering is very important, and making sure that animals and others don't come and destroy what we have planted. So it is not, I think, what Mwakazi there, is it? What Mwakazi is saying is that it's not enough to plant a tree. We must grow them by making sure that we water them, we provide manure, and we look after them so that they are not destroyed by pests or other animals. Are we together? Yes. So to all the people of Kenya, what this young man Mwakazi is telling us is that let us not plant trees, let us grow trees. That way we can be sure that what we are planting all the way will grow into trees for fruits, for shade, for timber, and for all the other commercial uses that we want to use for these trees. Let me also announce today that we have agreed that the Kenya Forest Service and the Kenya National Youth Service, the Kenya Forest Service and the National Youth Service are now going to work together. We're going to mobilize 15,000 National Service personnel to work with the Kenya Forest Service to restart 300 nurseries in all our forest stations and all our forested areas so that we can have 2 billion seedlings available to the people of Kenya every year. So we are going to run with the project, Kenya Forest Service, working with the National Youth Service in all our forest stations across the country, and also have another 17 mega nurseries in different parts of Kenya to look after different ecological zones so that we can produce 2 billion seedlings every year, because what has been a constraint over the last 2 years is the availability of seedlings. And to sort out that challenge, I have instructed the minister here with her team to make sure that Kenya Forest Service, working with National Youth Service, produce in our 300 nurseries across Kenya and 17 mega nurseries, 2 billion trees for planting, both fruit trees, seedlings for different ecological zones, so that we can grow enough trees in Kenya. And it is part of the big plan of our country on matters to do with food security. All of us understand that as a country, we have been importing food. And we have been importing food because we are not growing enough. We've done interventions in the last 3 years. We've made fertilizer available. We've improved the quality of seeds. We have removed brokers and cartels that were disturbing our agricultural sector. We have found new markets for our exports of agricultural produce. We now need to produce more food. And for us to produce more food, we need a lot more water. And because we need a lot more water, we are now going to start the process of moving our agricultural production from what we are doing at the moment, because we are almost exhausting our rain-fed agricultural production potential. We now need to move to irrigation. And for us to move to irrigation, we need more water. We need to harvest more water. We need more dams, and we need more storage. And that is why this exercise of planting trees is connected directly to food production in Kenya. The more trees we plant, the more ecological zones we look after, the more water catchment areas we look after, the more water we are going to have, the more rain we are going to have. Then we can harvest that water, put it in our dams, use it for food production, and stop importing food into Kenya. So I want to tell the people of Kenya, we are not just planting trees. We are also looking after our food security. And we are also looking at opportunities for us to have enough production so that we can not only secure ourselves in terms of food production, but we are also going to produce enough food for us, or enough products for us to export. We have markets in EU, we have markets in America, we have markets in China, we have the big market in Africa. We were having a conversation yesterday about the COMESA market. That COMESA market requires products from Kenya. And therefore, it is important for us to engage in this environmental exercise as part of making sure that we have rain, we have water, so that we can store that water, we can harvest that water, and we can use it for irrigation. We can produce enough food for ourselves and products for us to export to all the markets that we have. So this is not an isolated exercise. It is an exercise that is combined with the whole transformation of not just the environment, but food security, exports for our products, creating jobs in our value addition programs and agro-processing programs. This is the trajectory we want to go as Kenyans. And therefore, it should be understood what Hadassah here said, what my friend Ryan has said, that this is not just as simple as planting trees. It is much more profound than just simply planting trees. It is connected to food security. It is connected to exports of our products. It is connected to job creation, wealth creation, and making sure that we move our country from a third world country to a first world country. And that is the intention of all of us. And I want to assure every Kenyan that we are going to apply all the energies that we need to make sure that we change our nation. Are we together, good people? Yes. Tumekubaliana? Kila mtu amepanda miti yake. Lakini mimi naona kuna watu hawajaweka mchanga ya kutosha. So kila mtu aweke mchanga mpaka itoshe kila mahali.